Okay, it's Saturday morning. I'm about an hour out of that fog bank now, and I'm steering towards the Scilly Isles. I've been informed there's a big storm coming in, so after the calm comes the storm, as they say. Still got mist fog banks to my west. Just seen a nice sunrise. There's a tanker behind me. I don't know what, well, he went around me and now he's stopped, so I think he's anchored now because he's took his lights off and he's just completely stopped. Last night I had about 2.5 hours kip. I was so tired after hand steering for most of the last couple of days. The wind pilot doesn't like to steer when there's no wind at all, and with that being my secondary steering, the first person, the weakest link is me, and no wind. So I needed to get some sleep, and I needed it, and I'm so glad I did. But I'm about 150 miles from the Scilly Isles. I've got one tank of fuel left, so I might be able to make it there before that storm comes. So that's going to put me behind a day or two, I think, because it's supposed to be quite a bad one. So we shall see how today goes. Been hand steering since 6 AM. I think it was 6 AM, maybe 7, depending on if you're European time or UK time. And there's still not a breath of wind out there, and I think I must be somewhere in the channel between just above Brest, south of Cork. Absolutely seen nothing all day. We're glad that the mist and the fog's gone, cleared up. It's now just a bit of clouds but no wind. There should be some wind about 6 PM, I'm told, so I'm gonna hold on there. I've motored for all of this way, so I'm gonna stop now. No point in using fuel just to get a few miles at a time. Oh. Time for some tea, some biscuits, and he had the pasta from last night as well, which was very nice. Just means to say I'm gonna have to cook again for tea. Don't know what to have. I might just have soup, tomato soup. You know that moment you think, oh, the wind's coming. You set up the sails and you wait, and you start to move, and then the wind goes, nah, I'm stopping, and then it stops and goes away, and now you're back to square one, and you've got to bring in the sails or move the sails and set up everything again for when it comes. In light grey. Welcome back to the UK. Well, last night was awesome. Let me get comfy. p.m. Just sat down to watch the Witcher because there was no wind at all, just waiting for the wind to happen, and it all happened all at once. So we started off. I thought, yeah, I think I might have to put in a reef. It's getting a bit high. Yeah, I might have to put in another reef, and my sail's only got 2 reefs. And then I don't know how the furler snagged all the line. I was trying to pull it in. It wasn't pulling in, and it just wrapped and wrapped and wrapped. So we had to go forward in about 25 knots of wind to try and fix that. And got snagged myself. Almost took off the bow of the boat. Hung on, and then 1 second the wind just died for a split second. I could get back and get untangled from it all. Fixed it. Got back to the steering. Set off. It was a good night. So I had my one bird that I had on the boat from Steve from the boat shed. So that's been drank. What a beautiful morning and a welcome home to the UK. One thing I never realised in all these days is that dolphins jump and swim at night. I know it sounds stupid not to expect that, but I was sat next to the steering, and I heard this pop, 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 and I turned around and there was this pod of dolphins just swimming right next to the boat again. So that's a big eye opener. Let's see what today brings. Supposed to be having a lot more wind, but I got the sails set up. Let's see how many miles I can get back before the big wind comes. Tomorrow, I think it is. Still right next to me. Still high winds, gusting about 28, 30 knots. Only 245 miles to go to get home. Not big waves, at least. But it's gusting in the 30s, and it's dolphins actually swimming next to me, which I can't find now. So not only do they swim at night, they swim during the storms. Okay, today's dinner is brought to you by salted rice pudding and some big waves going off everywhere. Things have calmed down now a little bit. It's not gusting as much now, which is good, but it's going to come back with a vengeance, I've been told. So we shall see how that works out. Maybe another day and a half, I think, and I'll be back in the valley. Just spotted to me check. morning now. It sees. Just gonna have a brew and then get back out. 135 miles left to go. Just can't wait. Looks like it's gonna be an all-night job again. This is the last stretch home. One last traffic separation zone, and I'm back in Cardigan Bay. Oh, there's the first boat behind me that I've just seen. Let's hope that's the only one I've seen. I've not seen none at all this morning. Last night, I know I keep saying it, was a hell of a night. I had to hand steer because the wind pilot couldn't cope with the gusts and the roving waves. So I steered all last night and this morning up until I got into calmer waters. As you can hear, I've got the engine on. That's only to charge up the one battery I have left. But this is the last stretch now, so I've gone from no wind at all to way too much wind and rolling waves. But I made it through, just very wet. I've changed about 3 times now, so we'll see if this one stays. Oops, here we go. Just going to make my second brew, and I found where my electrical bolt is. In there, it's to the chart plotter. Last night that gave way and it all bubbled up. So I'm sure that's where my short is. So that'll be fixed when I get back. All in all, yes, I had two furlong wraps, and then the line, when I refitted the line, I put it too short, so I'm going to have to rejig that as soon as I stop. The battens came out. The boom brake is a very good thing, but it can only take so much. I didn't set up a fender because I've used the boom brakes such a long time. It worked every time until last night because there was way too much gusts and wind. But almost home now. I say about 60 miles. So maybe tomorrow morning in these in these winds. But I made it back in one piece. Last night as well, I got outfoxed. I saw this low clouds, so I weren't too sure what it was, and then something emerged, something red, and it looked like you know, the Stay Puft Man from Ghostbusters. It looked like him coming out, and I thought, what the hell is that? But this is the second time something like this has happened. The first time was off Holyhead, in fact, and I saw this red blob in the water, but it didn't look like anything, so I weren't too sure if it was a boat or anything like that. So when I got a bit closer, it turned out to be the moon, a red moon, and that's what it was last night. So again, it was the red moon coming out of the clouds. It well looked like a Stay Puft Man, you know, one of those balloons though. Hopefully this is the final disaster. I've run out of gas. The gas canister in here, it wasn't exactly full when I left, so I'm quite surprised it's lasted this long. But I do have a spare, but it means me having to change the regulator, because when I left the UK there was a shortage of the cola gas canisters, because cola wouldn't pick them up and Turkey weren't making new ones, so I had to get the camping gas. But I might want to keep the cola gas when I get back, so am I lazy enough to not change it? I've got food on board which I don't need to cook, and if I need a drink, I've got lots of water, so I might just give it a miss and just wait until I get back. Never give up that dream of chasing rainbows. Some more gusts have just come in, so I quickly reef down to my second reef again. I'm getting quite good at that. I need to still fix the furler, but it should be okay, I hope. In fact, I might go and fix that now as well. While it's quiet. The last sunset of the journey. I hope it's a good one. for a couple of more minutes yet. This is where I normally sleep, in the cockpit. Sounds like someone's having a fight outside, but it's just about slamming through the waves at 6.5 knots. If you can hear that. Last night so far gets some kip, well, for 40 minutes, and a quick check, then another 40 minutes.